Hi, and welcome to Tom Talk. Today, Johannes and I, we're at a brand new mall in South Africa called Mall of Africa. What do you think of it so far?
It's huge. It's got a lot of shops. I think it's an awesome experience when you're walking through a big mall like this. If you look at all the malls that we have, now, there's not a lot of space and stuff. And I think over here it's just, you don't know where the end is. So I think it's quite nice.
Well, this is the fourth biggest mall in South Africa.
Okay.
So they say it's the biggest. It's the biggest built at one time.
Oh yeah.
But it's the fourth biggest in South Africa.
Okay.
So do you know how many brands are in this building?
I've got no idea.
Well, we're going to go and take a look and see how many brands are in there. So take a walk with us. But let's start heading this way, Jon.
All right.
So one of the things that we look at is, by the way, there's our skyline of Johannesburg. A little bit stormy this morning. It's fresh out, but we thought we'd come early before all the crowds got here so we can move around faster.
Yeah.
We're going to see what the brands are doing. But it's actually quite incredible where they've located this mall, because it is in between two major cities, and it's got a main attraction with the view to get people here. What do you think is the main attraction?
I think, yet again, I think the size plays a big role.
Yeah.
Because, there is a lot of malls, in the nearby regions that is great. But it's not, I think it's the big and the hype of it that brings the people here. And also I know that there's some niche brands, stuff, some places that you won't find in your regular mall. As well as your regular shops that you'll find in regular malls. But I think you also, like if you want to sit at a nice restaurant and so on, you're able to do it here.
So I think it's going to create a great vibe. I think it's really going to pull away from the other centers.
Yes.
What is fantastic about in this mall that I noticed is the wide passages. So therefore, brands have an opportunity to display their products, display their graphics. And I think this is an exceptional space where brands can also play from a social media perspective, as well as getting the man on the streets touching the brands. I think that's going to work. So let's go inside so long. We've got a little bit of loud music, so we'll find a quiet spot and we'll talk some more. But take a walk with us. I think we should. So as you can see inside, it is huge, and it's very echoey still. Still early, which is how you and I like to shop.
Yes.
Okay. So we get in, we get out. Okay. But what I enjoyed about this is the big doors, the big openings. We've got a huge graphic coming up here. We'll show you now. Big signage. And all the brands who are brands that are relevant are here. Yeah. So there's that mall in China. It's got 2,350 stores. I don't think we've got 2,350 stores here, but I definitely think that we're close on 1,000 brands.
By the looks of it, yeah.
Okay. And I think that what is awesome about where these brands are is the graphics, the signage, and how they've made them so presentable in the sense of what you would expect from a shop, but all together. But yet the latest technology. If you just look at the door entrances in, that no expense has been spared. By putting this center together.
I also think in the time frame that took to build the mall, I think they did quite well as well. It was quite fast. It was just like built under our noses.
It was built, and it was about a 2-year period.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was a lot of it outside's not finished. But the main part, the important part, where the brands are sitting, I think that's the most important.
The other thing is, I can see the American brands also coming through strong in the mall.
Yeah.
I mean, as you can see the Starbucks over here.
Yeah, so we've got a Starbucks coming up here, and that's the second Starbucks to open within 2 weeks.
Yes.
Okay.
In South Africa.
So Starbucks have done a re-entry into South Africa, and it's quite interesting. So here's old Starbucks. And as you can see, nothing's open yet because we thought we'd get here before the crowds. But once again, a lot of the American brands are starting to come in.
The Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yes, now they've opened 3 in 2 months.
Yes.
And what's the other brand that's come in that's also been rocking at the moment?
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut?
Domino's,
yeah.
Pizza. Yeah, all of those, you know, American food type of brands, which has taken over and become more popular in South Africa.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I mean, more variety of food.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I wanted to. I forgot to show the glasswork coming in on there, but
it's fine.
Cosmetics.
You can see a lot of fashion brands there as well.
So this is all part of Edgar's. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a bit of a walk around, but I think let's in closing talk about where would social media fit in with what's going on here?
Well, I think a big part of it is driving people to the stores.
Yeah.
You know, brands putting the communication out on Facebook.
Yeah.
And creating that buzz. You know, you have people with cell phones and stuff at the stores. You know, taking photos, engaging. You know, in-store activations and all that type of stuff is all playing a role. I mean, in the center, I can see there's people doing some graffiti stuff as well. People are able to put write their own stuff, you know. So they really try to make it something different. Yeah,
touch point and personal.
Yes.
So I think the thing that we haven't discussed today was that they had a huge following of people coming on the opening.
Yes.
And they started with social media.
Yes.
And of course the people have taken that away from social media. And of course social media is what has actually built the presence of the marketing of this particular place.
I mean, the first day it was already trending on Twitter, the Mall of Africa.
Yeah.
Which is expected. I mean, everyone was here. I don't think that there was ever a launch like this where every brand almost got this amazing specials and stuff that they gave out to the first select few of people.
Yeah.
And no, I think that played a big role in social media. People sharing, you know.
And I think this is where, for us to see another opening of a shopping centre is going to be a very long time. I don't think that it's going to be this size again for a very long time.
That's the thing, but it's scary if you think about, you know, malls just keep on popping up everywhere.
They do, but not to this size. Not to this finish.
No.
And I think this is what's unique about this one, is that it was the biggest mall built at one time, which is to play a big role. So I think well done to whoever put the project together and the project managers. But we're going to stay tuned and follow the brands within here, but let's go take a bit of a walkabout. Cool. Through at the Mall of Africa. Been quite an enlightening experience, I must say, not being a fan of shopping centres. But at the same time, I think that the attraction to bring people to touch the brand is still here. And we'll follow those brands as to what they're going to be doing and what they're going to be doing on social media, and we'll be talking about those brands. But the whole point of today was that it's not every day you walk into a brand new shopping centre of this style, of this class, of this kind of value.
Yes.
And I think what's important is how the brands are still applying their trade all the old traditional media is still relevant in this day and age of selling. And I think that was the point of today's exercise, was to come and experience the space, the finish, but at the end of the day, the brands putting their best foot forward. Until next time, don't forget to jam.
Don't forget to jam.